Hey everybody, Kelly Frederick here, Diamond Leader with It Works Global. Thank you for being on our leadership webinar tonight. I'm going to try to keep this short tonight, and we're going to talk about a couple different things, a couple different tips, and just really hopefully this will get you guys ready for a wonderful week. Since it is Monday, we still have another 6 days in the week to rock our businesses. So there are a couple. I'm just gonna knock this stuff out for us tonight, okay? I know we're all really busy, so first and foremost, I want you guys to stop beating yourself up for not doing what you hope to be doing. Does that make sense to you? You guys are doing great, and that is something that I want you guys to know and realize. Okay? If you are beating yourself up, I know there's a lot of us right now, or if you're comparing, or if you're doing stuff like that, take a step back, take a break for a minute. And if you are beating yourself up because maybe you're feeling guilty about not working, then that's a great indication to step it up. But the majority of us, we are working. So we need to stop comparing right now, tonight, to other people in the business, to teammates, to sidelines, to uplines, to anyone, because what you're doing is great. That's one thing I wanted to talk about tonight, is this is your business. This is not anybody else's business. And when I say business, I mean our It Works business. Because this is a business, and this is not a hobby. If you want to make it a hobby, obviously it's going to pay like a hobby. If you want to make it like a business, it's going to pay like a business. You need to find your own voice in this business. What works great for someone might not work great for you. What your sponsor does might work for you, it might not. What your downline does might work for you, it might not. Your success is determined by you. No one else. Your team, your upline, everyone can help you, but the ultimate decision is yours on how successful that you want to be. And also what you know and do in this business is going to determine a lot as well. The way that you run your business is your choice. So if there's something that I as a leader or someone else says that you should do and you decide that you don't want to do it, that's great. Take it, put it on the shelf, and move on. If it is something you want to try, do it. Okay, this is your business. Find your voice, find what works for you. Another thing I want to say is make sure that you're unplugging from technology and social media. Don't be on Facebook 24/7. You need to find who you are in this business outside of social media, because you're going to start, as you become more successful, a lot of people are going to be watching you, not even just on Facebook. You're going to be going on stage. Who are you in this business outside of social media? Social media is an incredible thing in this business, but I don't want you guys to forget about the in-person stuff and who you are outside of a computer screen or a phone. That being said, I want you guys to make sure you're enjoying your life and that you're not working yourself to the bone in this business, because when you start getting overwhelmed is when you start beating yourself up. It's when you start doubting. It's when you start losing the faith. Okay, so take time to unplug, not only for the business side and find your voice outside for business, but also for yourself. That's really, really important to do. Okay? And I've been in this business over 2 years now, and from a leader standpoint, it is absolutely unrealistic to be on call 24/7 to people in regards to this business, okay? Your potential loyal customers, your potential distributors, your team, your current customers, they will survive if you don't answer right away, okay? And I try to answer as fast as possible, but I promise you that your potential loyal customers or distributors, if they're truly interested, they're still going to be there in a couple minutes. They're still going to be there in an hour. They're still going to be there the next day. Okay? So I just want you guys to think about that so that you're not feeling so overwhelmed in this business and so frustrated. You don't have to be immediate answered. You don't have to answer everyone in the snap of a finger. You get a notification, you don't have to jump on right away. Okay? Give it time to sit if you need. It's okay. They're still going to be there. Obviously, answer as quickly as you can, but I don't want you guys to feel like you have to be there 24/7 all the time, okay? Well, they're still going to be there. I feel like a lot of people on our team are possibly getting overwhelmed with things, and I think that is because we are losing track of the simplicity of this system that we have. It works as giving us the steps to success. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay? That's it. Stop overcomplicating it and overwhelming yourself. It doesn't need to happen. Another really, really good thing to do is our Core 4. If you need some direction or a way to balance your life, look into Core 4. We've done webinars on it. There's a lot of people in our team that do Core 4. This is going to help you balance out and become less overwhelmed in life, because we're all busy. Every single one of us is busy. Okay? And if you are struggling to find the organization skills that you need, take a step back for a minute and think about how simple that this really is. Steps to success. If you want extra help balancing, implement Core 4. Okay? We all have stuff to do. Every last one of us, whether you signed up 5 minutes ago or you've been in for over 2 years. We all have a business to run. We all have our own lives. We need to make sure that we're taking care of what's most important, and that's ourselves and our family, because that's why we're doing this business, right? I guarantee you that every single one of you in this business joined for one reason or another to help your family in some way. So don't become so overwhelmed that you forget about that, okay? And also don't let your why of your family, if that's what it is, become your excuse for not working. Okay? Hold yourself accountable. Remember, like I said, this is your business. You do it how you will do it. You will determine your own success. Okay? Couple other things. I want to talk about the chain of knowledge. I just decided that was the phrase I was going to use. The chain of knowledge, the chain of questions, the way that you find knowledge in this business, okay? And that starts with yourself. If you want to know things, there is power in being able to go find out the answer for yourself. And we have a great resource at our fingertips called eSuite that has everything that we need to know. The Documents tab is A++. Like, there's everything in there. So I encourage you to go through those documents. If you have a question, I bet it's in eSuite. So I encourage you to tap into that personal power and start finding answers for yourself. Now, obviously, our team page is there for answers, and your sponsor is there for answers. But I want to encourage you to find that leader and that knowledge within yourself and take the initiative and see if you can figure it out by yourself. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean don't ask questions to the team. That doesn't mean don't ask questions to your sponsor. But like I said, you'll grow in more ways than one when you are able to find that out for yourself. I've done a couple eSuite how-to videos for some basic things. I'll continue to do those as we go along, and so you can just watch those real quick. They're usually 5 minutes or less. They can show you where to find things and how to do things on eSuite. I really want to push eSuite, you guys, because that is our back office. That if we had a desk, if we had an office, the eSuite would be it. Okay, so I really want to encourage you guys to teach your teams to do that and do it yourself so that you can know where to go to find answers. Also, as we go to the team page and the sponsors, and you have a question and you type it out to your sponsor, make sure that you're actually going to your sponsor first. That's called layered leadership. That's how this all works. As you get a huge team, it is difficult to be able to get to everyone. And so I want to encourage us to develop each other as leaders and go directly to our sponsor. Now, if your sponsor placed you with another leader, I also encourage you to go with that. Go ask them. And if they don't know, they're going to go to the next person. That's how this is going to work more smoothly as a team, and how we're going to really grow as leaders, because every single one of you is a leader. It's not just your upline. Okay, it's not Jackie, just Jackie. It's not just Destiny. It's not just me. It's everybody. So if we're all able to focus on the leader within ourselves and teach everyone on our team, sideline, downline, whoever, we're all going to be leaders and keep growing as leaders. So I hope that makes sense to you. And please don't be offended if your sponsor, directs you back, or your upline directs you back to your sponsor, or directs you to eSuite, or directs you to the team page. The reason that we do this, the reason that I do this, is so that you can have that power of knowledge for yourself and develop as leaders. So ask questions, but become empowered. Okay? There's the last two things that I wanted to touch on is potentials. Our potential loyal customers and our potential distributors. So for potential loyal customers, I want you to ask them their goals. Ask questions. Use seductive selling on them. Find out why they are even interested. And then as you ask questions, guide them to the product that will help solve their problem. If you are the one asking questions, you have the power in the conversation. You have control over the conversation. So as you're talking with potentials, ask them a question. They're going to answer, respond, and then end with a question. So that way they're always being guided to come back to you because you're asking them a question. As soon as you start asking questions, you're going to be able to find out what products or maybe the business that they need to help them. Remember, if you have control of the conversation, it means you're asking the questions. I try never to end a conversation or a thought, like in the chat box or whatever, without a question mark. Okay. That being said, do not word vomit on people because then they start backing up. Only give them information that you're talking about or they're asking for. Okay? Keep it simple. You don't need to say, well, loyal customer, blah, 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 blah. They're just asking about a product right now. Hold off on the word vomiting about loyal customer, okay? Just start asking questions. Sometimes people need a suggestion. So if you're having a hard time signing people, perhaps you're giving them an out. Perhaps you're giving them an escape. Don't do that. Take control of the conversation, asking questions, and then end with, well, which option is best for you? This one or this one? Like low customer distributor, low customer retail. And then say, great. Let's get you signed up right now. Do you have 5 minutes? Question mark. Yes, I do. Okay, let's do this right now. Suggest the sign-up process. Okay? Don't ever feel like you're being a salesman because there's this stigma on salesmen that it's a bad thing. But the sales people are the lifeblood of our world. You go to work, you buy food, you go to restaurants, you go clothes shopping. Everything has to do with sales in one way or another. So don't be a salesman by helping them, but don't be pushy. And a lot of people are scared of that they're going to be a salesman because it's really bad, oh my gosh. But when you're suggesting something, you've established that you can help them in a non-confrontational, pushy way because you're asking questions. That's when you have offered them this suggestion, and most people are going to go with it. And if they don't, it's okay. Just check back a little bit later. Okay? Doesn't mean no, just means no, not right now. So stop selling stuff and start sharing, start listening, start offering. Okay? So there's my little spiel on potential loyal customers. Potential distributors I wanted to end with because I was learning a little bit more about this. People don't join the business for 3 reasons. And those reasons are they don't have the money, they don't have the time, or they're not a salesperson. There's that word again. So I want to offer you some solutions to those 3 things. And if you want, Destiny has a really great way of offering the business as well. It's a suggestion. It's an option. Okay? So when she's presenting the option of loyal customers, she'll also mention the distributor route, because you never know, right? Suggest. So when you're looking for solutions to these common issues that potential distributors have, money, time, and salespeople, I want to offer you a phrase that you can use and a way to guide the conversation to where you want it to go. So someone says to you, I don't have the money. I just wish I could, but I don't have the money. You can say, I completely understand. That's why I joined this business, because I was the same way. I didn't have money. But I actually have a great way for you to get around that initial startup cost. And that's when you offer them the opportunity to pre-sell their reps. Okay? There's an option to get around that excuse of no money. Offer them a solution. Suggest it. Another common one is time. And honestly, this one drives me up the wall when people say they don't have time. Because we're all busy. No one's an exception to that. So they say, I would, but I just don't have the time for it. I'm really busy right now. Say, I totally understand. I'm super busy myself. That's why I love this business, because I can do it in my spare time, and I actually do 95% of my business on social media. Da, da, da. There's your suggestion of a solution when they say they don't have enough time. Okay? Now they say, I don't think I'd be very good. I'm not good at selling stuff. I'm not a salesman. You say, great, we aren't looking for salesmen, because remember, we're not the salesmen that people think. You say, that's not how we have success in this business. We don't just sell stuff. We succeed by sharing this wonderful opportunity and these wonderful products that we have. That's how we succeed. And they're like, oh, cool. Does that make sense? So those are some great options for you when you have potential distributors that throw one of those three things your way, money, time, or sales. Just because we're in multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct sales, does not mean that we're these icky salespeople. Okay, it means we offer solutions to their problems. And those three common things that people say, they do it with products too. And not the sales part, but they do the same thing with products. Suggest, ask questions, offer solutions. So there was our call for this webinar for tonight. It's just kind of tips, informational, that sort of thing. Shorter than normal, but I really want you guys to take the time to invest in this, in yourself and in this business. When you do so, and you have that that's even slight commitment at first, that small step of faith, and then you just start believing, I promise you that anything can happen. I promise you. If you just go and try and do and apply these things that we talk about and learn and empower yourself with knowledge and direction, you're going to succeed. Believe in yourself. Stop beating yourself up. This is a good thing we have in our hands, and other people need it. Other people want it. So please go ahead and post some takeaways in our group page. Remember, that's how that we retain what we learn. And I hope you guys have a really awesome week. Please post in the group. Search your eSuite, post in the group, get to know each other, get to know your customers, get to know your potentials, and just enjoy this business. Love you guys. Bye.